So I need to share my screen, right? And start to explain.
Now, please wait.
Okay.
I am to make sure that it's live on YouTube to
Mm.
record this video.
Mm.
Just wait. Okay. So here. Now it's live on YouTube channel. Okay, good morning, everyone. Um, Today we meet again in the teacher talk, which is teacher seminar on curriculum and instruction and the lesson learned from lesson study or PLC. And today we will meet teacher Alex, mathematics teacher for ESMT program for primary, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if you're ready, please present
Okay,
your
thank you.
lesson learned. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to share my experience, my strategy and approach, how I teach my students, and I figure out what is work for them, what is not. So, for example, in my teaching, I try to use every time real life examples to students understand how they can apply this knowledge in real life, and they can understand actually that it's suitable for me and I need this knowledge. That's why I try to increase their inspiration to learn. And I also try to use different methods. For example, I try to present YouTube video, but I think that sometimes I should avoid it because during watching some of students, they're not actually interested in this one. Because some students not understand English well, sometimes they start to talk or they cannot focus on video. I understood that. That's why I try to use a YouTube video only if some difficult topic and I cannot explain by myself or I need some visual, what they can really see, but what I cannot represent to them. And the better what works if I explain myself and just ask some question and they raise their hand and answered. So interaction that works better than YouTube video for me. But sometimes I use YouTube video but then I should stop it and ask question, what do you understand? And ask some question, what you learn. So something like this to make them engage in this process. But usually I explain myself. And understand that in math, the real practice and self-work is very important for that's why, for example, then explain some topic, I want to students practice themselves because maybe they understand what I explained, but they don't have experience and then they start to do themselves. They have many questions. That's why I give, for example, some math problems to everyone. And I walk around the control and I see what student can solve, what student cannot solve. And students who have problem, I like come personally and try to help them as much as possible, trying to explain, because I understand in my class more than 40 students, it's like, it's not so easy. And I understand that not every student can catch everything what I teach. This is why I use also personal approach to explain some personally to them. Yeah, and what works well is gamification. They very inspired to learn by gaming. But also I don't use playing games a lot, because if I only use games, they become relaxed. Oh, teacher really not serious, we just play games here. That's why I try to combine these two methods, just explain myself to they work themselves, like serious work, so they can analyze, understand what they're doing, and also use games. So I combine these two methods to make my teaching more effective. How can I explain? And sometimes what I do also in my class, I switch role. For example, now I am student, you my teachers, and they try to explain me what they learn. But sometimes I express my behavior as I'm silly student, I am not understand. And sometimes they laughing, and it's very, very fun activities. They try to explain me what I explained them before. Yeah, it also works a lot and they enjoy. They like to be teachers also. So that worked for me. And sometimes while explaining something on the board, I make mistakes on purpose and see, do they focus or not? So if they see what I do mistakes, I can understand they can focus and actually they can get what I explain to them. Yeah, and also I use work in the small groups because I think even in real life, then I start working some companies, the group work and work together to achieve one goal is very important. So that's why I divide students to the small groups around 6, 7 people in one group and give them some math problem and also control how they're doing and try to engage because some students sometimes they sit and they don't do anything. I try to engage everyone. Yeah, so this is my strategy how I teach my students. Yeah, like this. And I would like to share my screen and show about my lesson plan. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, thank you. Please,
Yes.
please
Okay.
show full screen.
Yes. So you can see everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you full screen, please.
It's not full yet. So let me see.
The button is near. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Now better, right?
Uh, the button uh is lower. Is lower. Is near the 100% to zoom in, zoom out. Is near below. Yeah. Down the button. Down the arrow to the
Sorry,
button.
I cannot see.
Okay. I will show you how to. Okay.
So now better?
Yeah. It's not. Okay.
Okay.
This
Can you
example, this is my you see my arrow. Yeah. Click here to full screen. You see my arrow? Yeah. Click here to full screen like this. Okay.
No, I cannot see your arrow.
You see it?
No, I cannot see.
Okay. Again. You see the arrow? The button is here.
No, sorry, I cannot see. Maybe I can stop and try to share again.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, now share again.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, very good. So the information. So the topic is percentage of quantity, subject math, primary 5, first period. So about my lesson plan. So I have 3 learning objectives. I want to students understand the percentage represents as a part of a whole. Second one, they have to able calculate a given percentage of a quantity. And the third one, they need to apply the percentage calculation to real world scenarios. Yes. And I explain what percent means. So percent means per 100. So the percent is the way to represent a part of a whole, showing how much of something there is out of 100. The term percent means per 100. So whenever we talk about percentage, we're talking about parts of 100. For example, 50 represents 50 of 100 or half of the whole. So this is content. This is the basic understanding what percent means. And about my learning process. So then I start my class. First, I make introduction. I start with question to engage them and make something interesting to attract their attention. So I ask some real life examples. For example, if you imagine what you work a part-time and your salary per month is $100 and you need to pay 10% every month, what exact amount of salary you can earn every month? Or for example, if you scored 80 of 100 of test, what is the percent? And I explain what percent means per 100 and give them examples. And for example, ask question. So if we have 50% of 100, how much is it? Something like this. This why before topic, they have some question in their mind about percentage, and after they can start to try to understand what percentage means. And next step, I explain to them formula of the board. For example, I write how to calculate percent. It's percent multiply quantity and divide by 100. And we work with couple examples with the class together to they understand how we can calculate it. After that, I make guided practice. I give them as a personal work 3 or 4 examples to they try to calculate themselves. And if they have question, they can ask me to they can proper understand. And fourth step, I do some activity to engage students and apply real life scenario. We can use percentage, calculate percentage and apply in real life. I do simulation that we have candy shop. I use real candies and their goal is calculate discount. And if they calculate right, they can come to me and buy candies from me. And also they need to create their money by themselves. So they use creativity, they work in the groups, and they also make calculation. So this is 3 steps I use. And I also can show to you what I do. So I divide students to the groups, group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and to each group I give example how they can calculate. So the math problem, for example, here 6 math problem, and they have chocolate balls, lollipops, Mentos, milk candies, cookies, strawberry candies, and they have price and discount, and they need to calculate final price of each snack. And I give them limited money so they can make only 1,500 Thai baht, and they can spend this money wisely and depend of their needs what candies they want. Yes, and after finish activities, they happy because they get some candies. Yes, they learn something. They learn how to apply this in real life. Also, how to calculate discount. And at the end of the class, is very important to like give some wrap up, or like real quiz to understand, do they understand this topic well? So, and I like briefly ask what is 50% of 60, and ask formula or how to calculate what steps. And for example, last question, if the short cost $80 and is 25% off, what is the discount? If they answer this question well, I understand that my teaching is successful. Also, I have evaluation. So during activities, I observe class, see how they participate, and I also check the accuracy of answers. And if they have mistakes, I try to correct them. And some question at the end and correct answer to exit question. So, and lesson what I learned, the students were engaged and enjoyed the candy shop activity, which helped them connect percentages to real life situation. Most students were able to calculate percentages correctly, After guided practice, in the future, we'll provide more real-life examples and give extra practice to students who need more support with the formula. Yes, I like to do activities like this because it's interesting for me and interesting for students as well. And how to apply my lesson, what I learned. So next time and in my future classes, I'll try to include more interactive activities like candy shop to engage students and make some real life situation so they can learn nicely. And I try to prepare some additional worksheets and give them more support and to straighten their understanding. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
Closest great.
Mhm.
Please stop sharing. Okay.
Yes.
I appreciate on your presentations so
Mm.
much. I listened your talk about your uh, teaching technique that you try to use in your class. Yeah.
Mm.
But the problem is the problems or obstacles that I listen from you is the number of the student per class, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
number of the student and their English competency,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
I would like to know how you manage these problems or obstacles. Please explain again.
So problem that I have large quantity of students in the class, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's very challenging and I try to be kind to them. I always try to understand what I'm here to help you. I'm not your enemy. So that's why, and I will be happy if you get nice results at the end of semester, for example, and even before midterm exams, I make some extra worksheets so they can prepare nicely to exam. And for example, if I have a problem with some particular students, I try to make like personal talk to them and to explain to they respect my work and that I would like to um, make some benefit for you and I'm care about your future. Actually, I'm your friend. Please don't disturb me. And for example, at the beginning, then I start work with my 4 and 5 grades. I explain them what I expect from student and rules in the class, what they can do, what they cannot do.
Yeah.
And we repeat it 3 times. And I explain, so I agree. So if you follow these rules, I will be very nice and kind to you. If you not follow, I can punish you. So that's why, please, you want me to be happy with you or angry on you? What do you prefer? What do you want from me? They said I want to be to teacher to be happy, and we want to be happy too. That's why okay, that's why don't break the rules, please. And
Yeah.
they understand. And sometimes they talking a lot, I know, but I give them warnings. So for example, I give you 1 warnings, 2 warnings, as we not understand, please. I give them some some paper they can write I should not talk in the class 20 times or I should not forget my book 20 times so they can understand what they cannot do it. So I just try to explain them what they need to respect me. I should respect them. Yes. And I also try to care about them and try to help personally if some student not understand something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You have taught ESMT program for this year is the second years, right? And
Yes.
I would like to know about your progress, your progress output that we can observe the student English competency.
Uh,
How they progress
uh,
their competency, how we
mm,
observe.
mm. So first of all, I want to they know um, different, for example, special math words, what we can use. For example, uh, if I present fraction, I want to they know English words, what means denominator. It's the lower part of fraction, numerator, like focus on some spatial math words what we use, what means percentage, how we represent percentage, and like all this terming what they use in the math. We also work with them to they can pronounce the big numbers, for example, 1,455,156,
Yeah,
what they can
yes.
talk in English and express
Yeah, yeah.
what
Okay.
they really can talk, and they can calculate. They can explain to me also. Then we switch role, teachers and students.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I focus to some specific math words so they can pronounce it in English language.
Oh, okay. I think that your answer is composed of two dimensions. The first is uh, the student learning achievement in mathematics.
Yes.
They get more knowledge, right,
Mm,
and
mm,
understanding. And the second is the student English competency. They can speak more, right?
yes.
They
Yes.
can speak more in class with you. They can communicate more. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. For your learning process, I'm interested in your learning process.
Mm,
Where you get this 5 step of your learning process begin with the introduction, explanation, right?
mm.
Explanation and then guide, ex and game and wrap up, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You create by yourself or you bring from the other source.
I learn myself. I passed some courses, teaching courses. I have also TEFL certificate, and they explain everything how to make lesson plans there. Yeah.
Okay, I think guided exercise
Mm,
the due introduction to the student with the real life situations
mm,
to build them raise the questions
mm,
and then to explain the law, the principle of mathematics, right?
mm, mm,
For the rules, the law, or something that like a theory for them.
mm,
And
mm,
then they exercise. You demonstrate, like
mm,
you
mm,
demonstrate how to use the law in this real life situation in the situation, right?
yes.
And
Yes.
then you try to engage them to do more exercise by using game, right?
Yes. Yes.
Candy game or something, and then we wrap up. Yeah.
Mm,
Is the reasoning is the reasoning in the kind of deduction reasoning? Yeah.
mm, mm,
It is actually it has two reasoning in mathematics that you can use
mm,
induction
mm,
and deduction. This is
mm,
what I suggest you to search and
mm,
study more.
mm,
Deduction reasoning,
mm,
induction reasoning in
mm.
mathematics teaching. Okay,
Okay.
and,
Great.
and we will talk together again in this topic for
Okay.
next time.
Okay.
Okay. For
Okay.
today, and so thank you very much for your kindness
Thank
and
you.
very appreciate on your presentation. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much,
See
Dr.
you.